Hey, listen, if you're about to start on your entrepreneurial journey, then you need to listen because I'm about to tell you exactly what you need to do as you're building wealth. First and foremost, I want you to know that if you're only doing this for money or you think it's an easy path, then you might as well just go ahead and get a job because being employed is a much easier path. And to be honest, it's a lot less stressful as well. But let's get right into it. It all starts off right here. Knowledge. As they say, you are what you eat. The average person receives formal education, but if you plan on being an entrepreneur, you're going to need to invest in yourself and educate yourself and make self-education a very important component of your lifestyle because formal education will make you a living and self-education will make you a fortune.
I got to say for you. Tell them to bring me my money.
The information that you consume while you're in the classroom, being a student through high school and college is just so that you can be a part of the working class and you can be an asset to society. And if you're okay with that, then just go ahead and follow the herd, even though I think it's absurd. But the knowledge alone is not enough. You also need to have the right mindset. Because if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. If you have a very pessimistic mindset, then it's going to be very difficult for you to push forward, especially when things aren't going your way. Because you have to be your own motivator and give yourself the motivation to see the light at the end of the tunnel, even when the room is pitch black. Life as an entrepreneur can be very difficult at times, especially in the beginning when you're surrounded by a bunch of naysayers. Your family is doubting you. Your friends are doubting you. Yeah, there's going to be the few that believe in you, but the negative typically outweighs the good. You're going to pay more attention to the negative things that people say than you will to the positive. But what you think about, you bring about. So that's why you need to have the correct mindset so that you can have positive thoughts, which will attract positive results. In addition to that, you need to have a problem-solving mentality because as an entrepreneur, all you're really doing is leveraging your resources in order to solve other people's problems, and you're getting compensated as a result of that. And the thing is, most people are problem seekers, not problem solvers.
Uh-oh, Nicholas. This train is going to crash into these 5 people. Should we move the train to go this way, or should we let it go that way? Which way should the train go?
This way.
They would much rather sit around and blame and complain rather than seeking a solution for themselves. And that's where you come in because every problem is an opportunity that you can capitalize on. But you also need to stay focused. And I cannot stress this enough.
Pay attention! Pay attention!
Especially in today's day and age. The amount of distractions that there are on social media alone is exhausting. But that isn't necessarily a bad thing because a lot of people just want an escape from their reality. They're not trying to be productive in their free time. They just want to consume information that's going to take them away from their reality and allow them to laugh and relax. And every once in a while, it's needed. But too much of anything is bad for you. And that's why you need to prioritize your time. You can set up certain blocks where you can just sit down, relax, and unwind, and have other time blocks where you sit down, focus, and lock in, just like you do when you clock in. But focus is a very critical component, especially for the younger generation whose focus is getting pretty weary. Like, can you even hear me? I'm talking to you. Now that I got your attention, let's get back on track because you also need to take action. Yes, they say knowledge is power, but the truth is applied knowledge is power. Because honestly, how much you know doesn't matter, because if you don't use it, you lose it. Yes, it's important that you educate yourself. You have the right mindset. You're approaching the situation with a problem-solving mentality and you're focused. But if you don't take action, then nothing else matters. And to piggyback off of that, you gotta take risks. It's the only way to make it out of this.
The problem is everybody wants the prize, but nobody wants to pay the price. Right? Everybody wants the prize, but nobody's willing to pay the price. Nobody's willing to put in the work. Nobody's willing to make the sacrifice. Nobody's willing to eat their own, to make it happen. Everybody's expecting it to be easy. I was just giving a talk the other day to school, and someone said, well, why would I choose that way? That's much harder. That way's a lot harder. Why would I choose that direction? And I was like, man, why are we talking about hard versus easy? Nobody said this was going to be easy. We don't want it to be easy. If it was easy, then everybody would be doing it, right?
As an entrepreneur, you are the risk taker. And yes, there is a chance that you will fail, but you have to fail in order to prevail. You see, the thing about taking risks, it's either going to make you or break you. And you only truly fail if you allow the results of taking risks to break you. Because if you learn from it in the future, you'll earn from it. And last, but surely not least, don't give up. When you're going along this path, some people might say you're delusional, but if you want to get to your conclusion, sometimes you have to dwell in a little bit of delusion. Whether you say you can or you can't, you are right. Hey, come here. Listen to me closely. When I say don't give up, that does not mean that you should continue to do something that does not make sense if you're not making any progress. Learn from that situation, pivot, and keep going. For example, if I'm trying to get to the other side of this building and there's no door in front of me, that does not mean that I should hit my head against this wall until I get to the other side. Because when I get on the other side, then I'm not going to have any sense because it doesn't make sense. So I would go to the nearest door and go around the obstacle so that I can get to the destination that I desire. You know what I'm saying? And now it's about that time. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so that you're notified every time I make a new post. Until next time.